Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. We are diving into the world of LinkedIn marketing today.
Ooh, LinkedIn. And why?
That's a good one.
It's so important for B2B companies.
Yeah, and I think, what's interesting is that, a lot of people think of it as just another social media platform.
Right.
But it's not really. It's more of a professional hub
Okay.
where you are connecting with potential clients, partners, future employees.
I like that.
It's all about building your credibility and showcasing your expertise in a way that, resonates with other professionals.
Yeah. So we're not, posting our vacation pictures here.
No.
Or, sharing the latest viral cat video or whatever.
Exactly.
But this targeted marketing thing, right? Because we hear that a lot with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
How do we actually do that?
Well, I think it's really about laser focus.
Yeah.
One of the sources talked about how companies are using LinkedIn's Sales Navigator tool
Okay.
to identify and connect with the perfect prospects.
Oh, wow.
So it's very powerful.
You can filter your audience by industry, job title, company size, even their interests.
So it's not just blasting out a generic message to everybody on the platform.
No.
It's about really finding the right people for your message.
Absolutely.
Our sources highlight that building a content strategy is key.
Yes.
But what kind of content actually works on LinkedIn?
Well, think of it this way. LinkedIn users are hungry for valuable insights and information that can help them in their professional lives.
Okay.
So, your content needs to deliver on that.
Got it.
It needs to be relevant to their industry, address their specific challenges, and position you as a thought leader.
No pressure then.
Right.
But I'm assuming cat memes and vacation photos are out.
Yeah. Probably best to save those for your personal profile.
Okay.
Remember, LinkedIn is all about building professional credibility.
Okay.
So instead of cat memes, thing like thought leadership pieces,
Right.
industry trends analysis,
Yeah,
data-driven case studies, that demonstrate your expertise.
Gotcha. So we need to offer real value and ditch the fluff.
Exactly.
But let's say we create this amazing content. How do we get it in front of the right people?
Yeah. You can't just set it and forget it.
Right.
There's strategic ways to boost your content's visibility. So one of our sources, a marketing firm that specializes in LinkedIn, found that using relevant keywords and hashtags in your posts significantly increases their searchability.
Keywords and hashtags. So it's like optimizing our website for Google, but for LinkedIn.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. Hashtags. I always forget about those.
I know, right?
So are we talking 1 million hashtags per post or?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Keep it targeted and relevant. Think about the keywords your ideal audience would be searching for.
Yeah.
And incorporate those as hashtags.
Okay.
This will help your content show up in the right search results and reach the people who are actually interested in what you have to say.
So we're creating killer content using the right keywords and hashtagging pros. Have we cracked the LinkedIn code?
Almost. But before we declare victory, we need to talk about your company page.
Okay.
It's like your LinkedIn headquarters.
Okay.
And believe it or not, only 57% of companies actually have one.
Wait, seriously? Only half of companies are taking advantage of this free marketing.
I know.
That seems like a big missed opportunity.
Huge.
Why is that? Why is the company page so important?
I think of your company page as your brand's home base on LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's a place to, showcase your company culture, tell your story, share your content with a wider audience.
Okay.
It's also a great way to attract top talent.
So it's more than just a digital brochure.
Way more.
Right.
It needs to be dynamic and engaging.
I see.
So one of our sources, a Fortune 500 company that's seen massive success on LinkedIn,
Okay.
uses their company page to share employee spotlights.
Oh, cool.
Behind-the-scenes glimpses of their company culture.
I like it.
They even do live Q&A sessions with their CEO.
That's awesome.
It's all about giving your audience a real sense of who you are and what you stand for.
Okay. I can see how a vibrant company page can really bring your brand to life.
Yeah.
But what about these corporate influencers I keep hearing about?
Yes.
How do they fit into this LinkedIn puzzle?
That's a great question, and it leads us to another layer of LinkedIn marketing.
Ooh, another layer.
Corporate influencers are essentially your internal brand ambassadors.
I see.
Think of them as employees who are active and influential on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Sharing their expertise, engaging with their followers, and advocating for your brand.
So they're kind of like mini marketers within the company.
Exactly. And they bring a human touch to your brand.
Okay.
And can reach audiences that your company page might not be able to on its own.
Okay.
Think about it. People are more likely to trust a recommendation from someone they know or admire, even if that person works for the company.
Well, that makes sense. People connect with people, not just logos.
Exactly.
Our sources also talk about social selling being key on LinkedIn.
Yes.
What exactly is that?
Social selling is all about leveraging your relationships and network to generate leads and sales.
Okay.
It's about building genuine connections, providing value, and ultimately earning the trust of your prospects.
So it's not about hitting people over the head with sales pitches.
No.
No, that never works anyway.
It's about being helpful, informative, engaging, being a resource for your connections and building trust over time.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we're building relationships, providing value,
Yeah,
basically becoming LinkedIn rock stars.
exactly.
So we're building relationships, providing value, basically becoming LinkedIn rock stars.
That's right.
But how do we actually know if all this effort is paying off?
Yeah.
How do we measure success on LinkedIn?
Well, that's where the data comes in. And thankfully,
Yeah.
LinkedIn gives us the tools
Oh, good.
that we need. So they have these fantastic analytics dashboards
Okay.
that let you track all sorts of key metrics like engagement rate, reach clicks, and even lead generation.
Okay, so break that down for me. What are all those things? What do those metrics actually tell us?
So you're looking at your LinkedIn dashboard.
Okay.
Engagement rate tells you how much people are interacting with your content. So think likes, comments, shares, reach shows you how many people are actually seeing your posts.
Gotcha.
Clicks, as you mentioned, indicate how many people are clicking on your links, calls to action, and then lead generation, the holy grail of marketing,
Right.
which tracks how many people are expressing interest in your products or services.
So it's not just about posting into the void. We can actually see what's resonating and what's falling flat.
Exactly. These metrics give you valuable insights into what's working and what's not,
I like it.
allowing you to constantly refine your content. You're targeting your overall approach.
I see.
It's like having a marketing GPS guiding you towards success.
Ooh, a marketing GPS.
Right.
I like that. I'm stealing that.
Go for it.
Okay, let's shift gears for a second and talk about the different types of content that we can use on LinkedIn. I know we've talked about, thought leadership and industry insights, but what else works?
I think it's good to have a good mix
Okay.
to keep your audience engaged. So text posts
Yeah.
are great for sharing, quick updates, insights, or even asking thought-provoking questions.
But we don't want to be a wall of text all the time, right? People love visuals.
You're absolutely right. Images and videos are key for grabbing attention.
Yeah.
Think infographics that present complex data in a visually appealing way.
I love a good infographic.
Right.
So easy to digest.
Exactly. And then behind the scenes glimpses into your company culture, product demos, or even short, snappy explainer videos.
Oh, I love a good explainer video.
Me too. They're so helpful.
Perfect for breaking down complex topics. Make it easy to understand, especially on LinkedIn, where people are busy and often pressed for time.
Exactly. Anything that can convey information quickly and effectively is a winner on LinkedIn.
Okay, so we've got text images, videos. Are there any other content formats we should be thinking about?
Don't forget about articles.
Oh, yeah, articles.
Think of them as mini blog posts that live right on your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
They're a fantastic way to share in-depth knowledge, showcase your thought leadership, and even drive traffic back to your website.
So we can essentially create our own content hub right on LinkedIn.
Exactly. And I think that's what's really key here is that,
Oh, I see.
a lot of people, they think of LinkedIn and they're just using it, right?
Right.
But the people who are really leveraging its power for business growth are the ones who are seeing it as more than just a digital resume. It's a platform for thought leadership, content creation, and community building.
Okay, so we've got our content strategy down, but how do we make sure it reaches the right people? I know we've talked about hashtags, but what about this thing called organic reach?
Yeah, organic reach is all about getting your content seen without having to pay for advertising.
Oh.
It's about maximizing your visibility through strategic posting engagement and networking.
Working smarter, not harder.
That's right. The key is to create high-quality content that people want to share.
Yeah.
The more people engage with your content, liking, commenting, sharing, the further it spreads organically through the LinkedIn algorithm.
So it's like word-of-mouth marketing, but in the digital realm.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together, the content, the engagement, the algorithms. But what about this content calendar I keep hearing about?
Yes.
How does that fit into the picture?
A content calendar is your secret weapon for staying organized and consistent.
Okay.
It helps you plan out your content themes, schedule your posts, and ensure you're delivering a steady stream of valuable content to your audience.
So it's like our editorial roadmap.
Exactly.
Oh.
It keeps you on track, helps you avoid those last-minute scramble posts, and ensures you're providing a diverse range of content to keep your audience engaged.
So we're planning our content, creating engaging posts, using hashtags strategically.
Mhm.
What else can we do to really boost that organic reach?
Well, here's a tactic that's often overlooked: participating in LinkedIn groups.
LinkedIn groups.
These are communities of professionals with shared interests,
Okay.
and they can be absolute gold mines for reaching new audiences and building your network.
So it's not just about connecting with individuals. It's about tapping into these whole communities.
Precisely, by joining relevant groups, sharing your expertise, and engaging in discussions, you can get your content seen by a wider audience and position yourself as a thought leader in your industry.
This is making me want to revamp my entire LinkedIn strategy.
Right?
There's so much we can do
Well, there is.
to amplify our reach. But before we get too carried away, I have one more question about maximizing visibility. How do we make sure company updates actually get seen?
Well, first and foremost, make sure your company updates are actually interesting.
Yeah.
No one wants to read boring corporate announcements.
Right.
Think about what your audience cares about and tailor your updates accordingly.
So no more generic, we're hiring posts.
Well, while hiring announcements have their place,
No.
think about how you can make them more engaging, share employee testimonials, highlight your company culture, or even create a short video showcasing what it's like to work for your company.
I love that humanizing those updates, I think, makes a big difference.
It does.
What else can we do to promote company updates?
Visuals, images, and videos can dramatically increase the reach and engagement of your updates.
Okay.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, and on LinkedIn, it can be worth 1,000 clicks too.
And of course, we can't forget about those trusty hashtags, right?
Absolutely. Using relevant hashtags will help categorize your updates and make them discoverable by people who are interested in those specific topics.
So just to be clear, we're talking about company updates on our company page, not our personal profiles, right?
Correct. While you can certainly share company updates from your personal profile, your company page is the primary hub for sharing official news and announcements.
Okay, so engaging content, eye-catching visuals, targeted hashtags, anything else we can do to give those company updates an extra boost.
One of the most effective strategies is to encourage your employees to share company updates with their networks.
Ooh, I like that.
It's like having an army of brand ambassadors amplifying your reach exponentially.
I can see how that would be incredibly powerful.
It is.
People are more likely to trust and engage with content that's shared by someone they know.
Exactly. It's social proof in action.
Yeah.
And when your employees share company updates, it shows that they're proud to work for your company and believe in what you're doing.
This has been a whirlwind of LinkedIn wisdom.
It has.
We've covered so much ground already,
I know.
but there's still so much more to explore.
There is.
I think our listeners could use a moment to process all this amazing information before we dive into the final part of our LinkedIn deep dive. We'll be back soon to wrap things up. And we are back for the final part of our LinkedIn deep dive.
Backed by popular demand.
Back by popular demand, exactly. I've covered so much.
We have.
I feel like our brains are like overflowing with LinkedIn.
Yes.
But before we officially wrap things up,
Okay.
I want to zoom out a little bit and talk about
Okay.
how LinkedIn differs from other social media platforms when it comes to marketing.
Yeah, I think that's an important distinction because you can't just, copy and paste your Instagram strategy onto LinkedIn
Totally.
and expect the same results. It's a different beast altogether.
So what are the key differences?
What do we need to keep in mind?
Yeah, as marketers, what are we thinking about here?
Well, I think unlike platforms like Facebook or Instagram, where the focus is on, personal connections and entertainment,
Totally.
LinkedIn is all about professional networking and knowledge sharing.
Mm.
It's a place where people go to, advance their careers, learn new skills, and connect with other leaders in their industry.
So we need to tailor our approach to a more professional audience.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
On LinkedIn, you're not, trying to reach the masses. You're trying to reach a specific audience of professionals who are interested in your industry, your expertise, and the solutions you offer.
So quality over quantity.
Yes.
All right. How does that impact our marketing strategy then?
Well,
I'm guessing cat memes are probably off the table.
probably best to save those for your personal feed.
Okay.
But remember, on LinkedIn, it's all about building credibility and showcasing your expertise
Gotcha.
in a way that resonates with a professional audience. So,
Yeah.
think thought leadership pieces,
Yeah.
industry insights, data-driven analysis,
I like it.
content that positions you as a go-to resource in your field.
Okay. So it's not just about what we say, but it's how we say it.
Yes.
We need to speak the language of our audience,
Mhm.
provide content that really aligns with their goals and challenges.
Absolutely.
Okay, now trust and credibility. We hear that a lot with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
How do we build that?
That's the magic question.
Is it all about, having an impressive resume and,
A fancy
a
title.
fancy title?
Yeah. While your experience and credentials definitely play a role,
Yeah?
it's also about how you present yourself and interact with others on the platform.
Okay.
Be authentic, be helpful, be engaging,
Yeah.
and always strive to provide value to your connections.
I like it.
It's about being a genuine member of the community, not just someone who's there to promote themselves.
Yeah, so it's not just about talking about ourselves. It's about actually being a member of this community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Engage with other people's content, share your own insights, participate in relevant discussions, and build those genuine relationships with your connections.
Okay.
It's about giving back to the community and fostering a sense of connection. And remember, the more you give, the more you'll receive.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
I know it's a lot.
I feel like we've covered everything from the fundamentals of LinkedIn marketing to these advanced strategies for maximizing reach and engagement.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a whole new understanding of how to leverage this platform.
Good.
So as we wrap up this episode,
Okay.
what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
As you continue to, explore the world of LinkedIn marketing, I want you to consider this. How can you leverage the platform, not just for lead generation, but for building genuine, lasting relationships with your audience?
I like that it's not just about closing deals, it's about building that community.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into LinkedIn marketing.
It's been my pleasure.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights to really take your LinkedIn game to the next level.
Level up.
Level up.
Yes.
As always, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Bye, everyone.